You're listening to the Spirit Podcast.
Happy birthday! It's your birthday!
Welcome back to the Spirit, the podcast where we dive beneath the surface of the scene and stir the sacred just beneath the soil. I'm your host, Beck, joined as always by the steady voice of reason, cosmic charm, and the occasional eyebrow raise, my co-host, Rachel. Hey, Rach.
Hey, I'm raising my eyebrows right now, but nobody can see it.
No, and that is a gift in itself. Today, we continue our journey through the zodiac with the second sign, Taurus. If Aries is the flame that starts it all, Taurus is the earth that holds it. It says, "You lit the match, now let it burn slow." This episode is about embodiment, beauty, patience, and the soul that knows how to stay. And of course, like always, we're going to go deeper than horoscopes and neck massages. The element of Taurus is Earth. The modality is fixed. The ruling planet, Venus. Body rulership, throat, neck, jaw, vocal cords, lower jaw, and sometimes the digestive tract. Taurus is the sign of grounded presence. It brings in the first stability of the zodiac. Aries said, "I am." Taurus says, "I have." These are the builders, the preservers, the ones who can turn a simple moment into sacred ritual. They love comfort, yes, but it goes deeper than that. Taurus energy isn't lazy, it's deliberate. It chooses where to put its roots. Rach, do you feel like Tauruses get an unfair rap as being just foodies or couch potatoes?
Ooh, Taurus is tricky, especially if they're unchecked, because they have so much potential, but it's pushing them to actually do it is the hard thing. And not so much a couch potato, but they get in their head. They're like their own worst enemy sometimes. But then when they do the thing, they go.
Let's talk about the strengths of the Taurus. Loyalty that runs deep. Steady, reliable energy. Deep appreciation of beauty and sensuality. Patience and persistence. Now to the shadow side. Stubbornness that can border on immovable. Resistance to change. Possessiveness in love or material things. Tendency to get stuck in comfort zones. Taurus isn't afraid of change. They just want change that's worth the risk. They move when it matters. They endure because they know how long it takes for something real to grow. Do you think there's a sacredness in Taurus's slowness, like the universe teaches us patience through them?
I don't know. Maybe sometimes we're supposed to put a flame under the Taurus because the patience can only go so far, I think.
Taurus moves to a rhythm all their own. They don't operate on external clocks or hustle culture. They bloom in their own season. It's not procrastination, it's sacred timing. In a world that demands instant results, Taurus energy says, "I'll get there, and when I do, it will last." Now, this can frustrate faster signs, but Taurus isn't here for the sprint. They're playing the long game. Have you ever known someone who always seemed behind, but years later were the only one still standing?
As someone who grew up very close with a Taurus, they were on their own time, still on their own time, but they, out of most of the people that I've known my whole life, like they are still the most loyal friend out of the countless people I've come in and out of my life.
Taurus souls often return to anchor. After chaotic past lives, they seek simplicity, beauty, stability. They may have karmic ties to land, wealth, or voice, throat chakra. Many were artists, herbalists, or guardians of sacred sites. But here's the twist. Some Taurus souls fear instability so much they limit their own expansion. Their soul work often includes trusting that letting go doesn't mean losing everything. Do you know anyone who clings to something just because it's familiar, not because it still feeds them?
I think that's a lot of people in today's society, Beck.
I have to agree with that as well.
I don't know if I know how many people are Tauruses.
I know a few, and I can tell you, this is a little on point.
I'm sure there are people that I'm not aware that they're a Taurus, and they do hold on to that. Taurus is often connected with Aphrodite, Venus, but also the sacred bull cults of Mesopotamia and Egypt. In Sumerian mythology, Taurus ruled the skies during the age of the bull. The bull represented strength, fertility, and the cycle of death and rebirth. The Minotaur in Greek myth reflects shadow Taurus, desire turned into obsession. Modern metaphysics see Taurus as the guardian of sacred embodiment. They teach us that being human isn't a punishment, it's a privilege. There's also a paradox here. Taurus is ruled by Venus, but unlike Libra, also ruled by Venus, Taurus expresses this through possession, permanence, and pleasure in form, not fleeting charm or social grace. Their Venus is earthy, tactile, sensual. Think art made with your hands, not flirtation across the room. Taurus doesn't just admire beauty, they become it. And there's Inanna, the ancient Venus goddess, who was said to descend into the underworld. A Taurus's soul's journey might involve losing what they love most in order to discover who they are without it.
Hey friends, enjoying the weirdness so far?
If your ears are still open and your third eye hasn't shut out of fear,
Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and leave us a review on Apple or Spotify.
it helps more than salt around a doorway.
If you can support us directly on Coffee, too, it keeps our gear running and the static delicious.
And if you haven't seen it yet, head over to YouTube for our Beyond Files. Curse clips, creepy reels, and us reacting in real time.
Got your own spooky story? Send it to tothespiritpod@gmail.com. We love hearing from the haunted. Taurus energy teaches us the power of the senses. Sight, sound, scent, touch. This is their language. They find the divine in making tea with intention, choosing clothing based on how it feels, creating altars with texture, scent, and form. Taurus doesn't manifest by forcing outcomes. They become the vibration. They embody the wish as if it's already true. Want to manifest like a Taurus? Clean your home with love. Cook like it's a love letter. Sleep like the dream is already yours. What's something small and sensory that brings you back into your body?
Burning sage always brings me back and grounds me, and I just love the smell. Even if I wave the sage wand around me, the heat of the burning and the smoke is always a nice sensation.
I like sage, but I also like food. And I think cooking brings me back. I once had a mood ring on, and it was black. I ate a slice of pizza, and that thing was glowing blue.
Just the act of drinking water is a really good grounding technique for me, and probably for you too.
Mm-hmm. It helps because we're fishes. Mm-hmm. But the Taurus, the bull.
Health focuses of the Taurus are throat issues, jaw tension, and thyroid imbalances. They also have digestive stagnation, especially if sedentary. They can experience emotional root, not expressing truth, holding tension in the body. Healing practices can be singing or chanting to activate the throat chakra, nature immersion, being barefoot grounding and gardening, massage, hot compress, and sound healing. Crystals for Taurus are the emerald, aligns with Venus, abundance, and heart connection. Blue lace agate soothes the throat, aids in gentle communication. And then there's malachite, encourages transformation and emotional release. Herbs and allies that can be used is thyme for voice and courage, mint refreshes stuck energy, and marshmallow root. It soothes the throat.
Taurus loves through presence. They aren't showy. They're there. If they commit, it's real. The best matches for Taurus: Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, and Cancer. Their electric opposites are Scorpio, intense polarity, and Aquarius. It challenges their structure. Unspoken truth: Taurus needs to feel safe to be soft. If they don't, they harden. Emotionally, they may test others' loyalty before opening up. They can also sometimes confuse comfort with love, holding on to a relationship simply because it feels familiar or stable. Have you ever seen someone who chooses comfort over what they actually need?
Yes, and sometimes they have to go through the ringer to finally figure out that they have to get out of that comfort zone. And it's very hard for a Taurus when they know they have to break that. It's very difficult for them, especially they hold on to the nostalgia.
Well, they're stubborn as bulls.
Yeah, exactly. When Taurus energy tips too far into fear, it can cling to things, possessions, routines, even people that no longer serve them. They may hoard items for someday that never comes, stay in jobs, homes, or relationships out of habit, not joy. Resist growth because it feels like a threat to stability. But here's the soul truth. Security doesn't come from what they hold, it comes from what they are. Taurus learns that the home they build within themselves can never be lost.
Couple listener tales. My Taurus friend planted an entire herb garden just to make tea for one visitor. I dated a Taurus who would rather rebuild an entire shelf than ask for help. Respect, but also, why? My mom is a Taurus and still uses the same teacup from 1989. It's sacred to her. Do you know someone who finds magic in the ordinary like that?
Yeah, and they also have possessions of clothes from over a decade ago and collections of perfumes just collected over time and held on to because they are sacred.
Tauruses, they're very deeply rooted. Here's a channeled message for Taurus. Dear Taurus soul, you are not here to rush. You are here to root. The world may swirl around you, but your stillness teaches others how to find their center. Do not confuse slowness with stagnation. You are not falling behind. You are growing something sacred. Your power invocation, Taurus, is I have time. I have beauty. I have worth. I have roots. I have choice. That was Taurus, the roots beneath the bloom, the keeper of calm in a loud and crumbling world. If you're a Taurus or love one, I hope this helped you see the sacred in their steadiness and the fire beneath their earth. Next time, we'll chase the breeze with Gemini, the twins, the trickster, the messenger. Get ready to move. Until then, stay grounded, stay curious,
And stay sacred.
To the spirit.
Podcast.
Supernatural science.
Aliens. I'm ghost.
Psychic. Mystic.
Spirits.
Divine source.
Heaven.
It's magic.